Hi friends, welcome back to my channel. So for today's video, we are doing another installment in the luxury Will I Buy It series. But here on my channel, we add a little French twist. So for collections we do want, we say oui. And for collections we don't want, we say non merci. But before we go any further, let's take a second to grab our iced coffee or a hot coffee. Let's take a sip and let's get started. As you know, I have my online beauty consulting service, which is where you and I get the chance to talk one-on-one through a Zoom chat. So if you've ever purchased any makeup and you're not quite certain how to make it work for yourself, that is the perfect reason to book a session with me. So go ahead and click the link down below in the description box. So before we go any further, anyone asking what this shirt is, it's Ralph Lauren. Unfortunately, it's a few years old. If I can find any links or anything related to the shirt, I will go ahead and put that down below because you guys always ask what I'm wearing. This is Ralph Lauren from like 5 years ago. Now, I haven't done one of these videos in like 2 weeks, which means there are more collections than I can actually get through in one video today. The purpose of these Will I Buy It videos is just to talk about what's on the market. Sometimes it's what's on the horizon, but today there's so much that is live online right now that you can shop. So we're going to go ahead and go through like a dozen or so different luxury brands and their new releases. Because I know that you guys at home like to know what to budget for and what to spend your money on. And first, right out the gate, bursting is Dior. Now, they have a lot going on. They have their summer collection. It's called the Dior Riviera. Listen, I love the Riviera, the Mediterranean. Give me beautiful sunset, rooftop drinks. I am here for it. So let's break down this collection here. So first up, we will see, well, we actually do have live right now 2 quints. So 2 5 shadow palettes. My order is currently in the mail. Hopefully it arrives very soon. There is one palette called Bayadère, which I think is a bag that they already own, or that Dior already has. This is a combination of like gold, satiny, peachy pinks, and then it looks like there's going to be some nice satiny plum and velvet brown colors here. This is the palette that I ordered. There is another option here that's also satiny, peach, pearl, but that's more burgundy, more copper, more bronze. They both look really lovely. I think the Bayadère bag actually has stripes. So maybe a Bayadère bag is something you just carry with you as you're strolling on the beach if you're extremely extra. Both of these palettes look really lovely, but the collection is pretty comprehensive as usual. There's also these new Dior Addict lip tints. It's a hydrating transfer-proof lip tint, and it's supposed to be long wearing as well. So I did also order one of these. I ordered a bright orangey red, of course. Now I'm not certain if this is going to be oily or powdery, because if I'm not mistaken, a while ago Dior came out with like something like this, like a lip tint, but that was like almost like a matte liquid lipstick. So these are new, but these lip tints are not limited edition. The eyeshadow palettes are, of course. So there are a lot of colors. I went for the orangey reds because I just like that, especially for summer. That is definitely my jam. But we have more nudie pinks. We have some deeper like burgundy and like deep berry and rosewood colors. So there's a lot to choose from there depending on your taste. There's also these bronzing, not palettes, but these bronzers, the Forever Natural Bronze, a special edition for the Dior Riviera collection. I personally already own one of these Dior Forever Natural Bronzers. They always come out with such long-winded names for a product. So I personally did not purchase or repurchase this one because I think I have the shade 05 to begin with. So I'm not going to repurchase the exact same product, even though the packaging looks nice, like just the Christian Dior with the stripes. It does look lovely, but the case is the exact same case that I already own, but if you don't already own this bronzer, now might be a good time to purchase it. I think there's only 2 shades to choose from, number 4 and number 5. But if you don't already own it, now would be a good time. Or if you need to replace it, I mean, I feel like extra limited edition packaging is just like a cherry on top. So if it's something that I have been wanting to get, or it's on like the back burner, I think that for me, it's an extra reason to purchase it, but I won't purchase it just to replace something that I already own that I'm using and doesn't need to be replaced right away. In the summer collection, the Dior Riviera Excursion here, we also have some new lip glow oils. I love the lip glow oil. It's a fabulous formula, very glossy, very luxe, very nourishing. There are some new shades here, which is very exciting. There's this nudie brown color. It just screams like golden sun, golden hour, slate tan. So if you'd like to get a new lip glow oil, you have some beautiful peachy colors, you know, just really leaning into the Riviera fantasy. And of course, we cannot have a Dior collection without a new highlighter, the Luminizers. I do like a luminizer. I've come to the realization that I am actually more of a liquid highlighter person than a powder highlighter. Not that I don't love a powder highlighter, it's just if I have to choose, I go with liquid. And I am also not a fanatic or an avid collector of highlighters like some other people. It's just not my thing. So for me personally, I will be skipping the highlighters altogether. I have enough. I can definitely make do with what I want, but you have one that's more of a gold and one that's more of a pink. So I know for a fact that many of you watching are a highlighter girl. So knock yourself out, have fun. So for me, the Dior Summer collection, Dior Riviera, is a big oui for me. I will be cherry picking certain items here and there. I won't get everything top to bottom, but I will get an eyeshadow palette, maybe 1 or 2 lip products. I mean, I've already placed my order, but I might place a second one. So far, I've placed an order for 1 palette and 1 of the lip tints, the very orangey tangerine color. So that will be in the near future, hopefully. However, as I spoke of having lots of collections out, there is currently on the Dior website a 5 Couleurs Couture Velvet Limited Edition. So their eyeshadow quints in a velvet cream to powder limited edition series. Now, the travesty is that this is not available in Canada. It's on the Dior website, which you cannot shop in Canada for some reason. It's just very performative and decorative. So there are 5 palettes to choose from. Let me start off with the one that's calling my name. It's called Blue Velvet, of course. It says it's blue tinged with lavender shades. I want that. Then there is a nude dentelle. Dentelle means lace, so like a nude lace. Natural beige tones. This one's also really pretty. It just looks very universal, very flattering, very easy to wear. Then there's a coral paisley. How fun. Shades of gold, coral, and white. This one also looks really pretty. Just very everyday, very simple, very beautiful. Then what else do we have? We have a Rosa Mutabilis. That sounds like a Latin name for a flower, like a name in botany or something. It's called, it says it's subtle, fresh, and pastel pinks. Very pretty, very spring. And then the last one is Red Tartan. Strong reds and a brick. It kind of reminds me of Rouge Trafalgar. But anyway, unless these sell through like Selfridges or Harrods, I probably won't get them. I don't know what it is with Dior, but they just like refuse to sell eye products to Canada. Like if it's eyeshadows, mostly eyeshadows in general, they just do not sell them to any retailers in Canada. I have no idea why. I don't know if it's an ingredient list question, but typically Canada and the States have the same regulations and rules, but I honestly would be better off crossing the border, going to New York State, and just picking up whatever I wanted, because like if this comes to Canada, I would be very pleasantly surprised, but if this never comes to us, I would not be shocked, because every limited edition new eyeshadow palette that you've seen from Dior for the past several years has never ever come to Canada. It just doesn't. We got the initial new launch of these palettes. Was this like 3 years ago, I think, when they just like reformulated the whole quince? We got the initial like first batch of like what, 12, 14 palettes, which was great, but we have not seen a single new one except for possibly holiday releases, like in December for the holiday releases. Fall releases we don't get. I ordered the summer collection through Selfridges. So what is your problem, Dior? I don't understand. I don't get it. It's very annoying. I just wish they would just open up the Dior website where I could just shop online. That would be easier. I'd like to get samples, but for retailers like Holt Renfrew, The Bay, Shoppers Drug Mart, this is not going to come. So I'm just going to go ahead and look on Harrods and Selfridges and see if they come, because I think they're pretty. I would at least like the option to say no, you know? I would like to be able to say no instead of just saying, well, it's never coming to me. Boo. So is this a oui or non merci? Well, non merci, because it's not even coming to me. But if it was available, I would want to get the blue velvet and maybe the coral paisley. Anyway, that is my gripe about that. Moving on to something that is in fact available in Canada, we have a couple new eye makeup releases from Sisley. So first up is a product that sort of snuck up on the market, and I didn't even notice it was available until I went on the Sisley website. And these are these new waterproof kohl eyeliners. I recently talked about this on my last video, I think on Friday. So this is like, okay, so a kohl liner is very creamy, very buttery, very smudgeable, and then a waterproof liner stays in place, like it doesn't run. This is somehow the perfect blend of both, because it glides on very seamlessly, very quickly, but it stays in place, it's waterproof. And I got a matte version because they have a matte and then more sparkling finishes like eyeliners do. I got number 2 matte Tonka, which is just like a dark chocolate brown espresso shade. I think these are fabulous. These are wonderful. They have lots of different colors. I mean, they have black, they have gray, they have brown, they have green, they have blue. They have like dark plummies, dark navy colors, dark forest greens, as well as light champagne colors. And then the black, brown, navy, plum, forest green, they have them in a matte version and then also satin as well. So it's really up to you what you prefer. Like they have like matte peacock colors, they have like sparkling blue. They really have a bit of everything, and they're great. I love them. I think they're really nice. You really barely need any pressure, and they just glide on really easily and they stay in place. They're just a really great product, and I'm really happy that these are out. So obviously it's a oui for me. I might pick up some more colors. They have like sparkling brown, which is nice, just adding like a little bit of a light sparkling brown on the waterline for this type of like not smoky, but like glowy summer look. So these Sisley eyeliners, oui. Next up is this Ombre Eclat liquid. This is a liquid eyeshadow from Sisley. Again, this sort of snuck up on the market. So there's only 6 shades to choose from. Most of them are in the light champagne, but we also have a copper. There's also rose gold, a coral, a bronze, and then a forest green. And they all seem to have a metallic satiny finish. I have not tried these yet. These look great. I love a one and done, just like really quick swipe, blend, mascara, you're done. I love that concept. What I'm reminding myself is that this is permanent. This is just a new addition to Sisley makeup. So I personally am not running out the door to go try these on or to pick them up, because I'm just not like, oof, I need this right away. I'm certain I will try these over the next several months, few years. This is something that I will eventually pick up, but I'm just not running out the gate to buy them because, again, this is permanent. This is not limited edition. It's going to be around for a very long time. If this is something that you think is the bee's knees, by all means, go ahead and get it. But I think sometimes it's good to remind ourselves that, especially for permanent collection items, we don't need to buy every single one at the same time right away. If you want to, go ahead, but you don't have to. So for me, this will be a non merci for the time being. I'm not going to get this week, this month. You know, it's going to be a while before I pick these up. I will wait and see. I want to see how great these are because sometimes a liquid eyeshadow is amazing. It's waterproof, it's smudge proof, but sometimes they crease. So I want to see a couple reviews. I'm sorry, I'm sure you're waiting for my review as well. But maybe if I can see a swatch in person, I can be more persuaded. But for the time being, it's a non merci. Make sure to leave a comment down below and let me know what you think. Now, moving on to a brand that I really love. This is new from Westman Atelier. This is their super loaded tinted highlighter, and they have a new shade called Peau de Santé. Peau de Santé literally translates to healthy skin. So we can see what they're trying to achieve here. So this is a cream highlighter that has a tint. I have Peau de Rose, which is a rosy cream highlighter. These are fabulous. Westman Atelier is a really gorgeous luxury brand. It's very nice. Everything feels very substantial, very weighty. You can tell that there's a lot of money spent in the packaging alone. The ingredients are wonderful. The products themselves are just really nice. Very much you, but better. Like the whole ethos of Westman Atelier is you, but better. So very natural, second skin type of like just healthy glowing effect. And so they added a new color to the super loaded tinted highlighter. They have 4 shades now. This one here, Peau de Santé, looks like a very light peachy pink, peachy rose. I'm certain it will be beautiful. You could also use this for your cheek and maybe a little bit on the eye as well if you want a very natural glow. This looks gorgeous. Will I buy it? I think it's going to be similar to the Sisley liquid shadows. I think it looks gorgeous. I think it's a great product. Like, I believe that this is going to be a good product, but for the time being, I think it's a non merci. I don't need a new highlighter, although I do love a cream highlighter. I just don't think I really need this right now, but I think the more I see it, the more I see the packaging and the gold and the pink, the more I will be tempted to pick it up. But for the time being, I think it's going to be a non merci. But you let me know in the comments, because I know a lot of you have these cream highlighters from Westman Atelier. I have one, the Peau de Rose, and I think it's great. So let me know in the comments what you think. Okay, moving on to an item that I, again, had no idea was coming out. It just sort of snuck up out of nowhere. These are from Hermes Beauty. And these are the, hold on, Hermes Irresistible, like Hermes Irresistible infused lip care oil. So these are lip oils from Hermes. The packaging looks gorgeous. I love the tube with the pop of color. It gives me popsicle. It gives me popsicle in the summer. I think it looks really cute. I love all the shades. We have 6 colors. We have, you know, your nice nudes, your pink, your coral, then more of like the rosewood, brown, berry. I think there's a nice shade range available here. I love a lip oil. I think it looks great. It feels great. It's very nourishing. Do I need one from Hermes? I don't know. Again, I think this is a product we need to remind ourselves that this is permanent. It is not limited edition. It's not a one and done flash in the pan. For me, I do love this type of product. I like Hermes Beauty. It's very extra, very luxurious. So I like the idea behind it. I think it's probably a great product, but will I actually buy this? I think it's a non merci. for the time being. This might be something I pick up later on in life, maybe when I see them in person. I also want to know what the scent is, because there is a little bit of a scent here. Maybe it's nice and fruity and light, very summery, but for the time being, I think it's a Non Merci. But I think this could be an impulse buy for me. Like if I'm shopping online or something and I'll be like, ah, yes, just add that one, of course. You know what I mean? Like sometimes I think I impulse buy more online than in person. So yeah, I don't know. Let me know in the comments. Do you like these? Have you picked these up? Are you getting all 6, or are you kind of waiting? I think these look great. I love the Hermes lipsticks. They're fabulous. I have a satin finish, but I've also tried a lot of the samples of the matte ones too. Like the satin finish lipstick lasts all day. It's very long wearing, so it could be nice to have a lip gloss or a lip oil to accompany it, but non merci for the time being. Yeah. Okay, moving on to a product that is calling my heart so bad. Like my heart is just beating here. This is from Tom Ford. This is the Soleil Sheer Cheek Duo. Now, unfortunately, this is limited edition, which is very annoying. I just wish they had more just like permanent items all the time. This is a cheek duo. It looks gorgeous to me, like the peach and the pink. It's like, it looks like a blush and a highlighter, just like a perfect glowy cheek. I think this looks great. I love Tom Ford. I love the Tom Ford white and gold compact. And then the peach and the pink to me just screams summer. Oh, it's so pretty. It's so pretty. Will I actually buy this? I think if this was permanent, it would be a oui. I just get really annoyed when it's limited edition and then it's available for a week and then it's gone the next week. You know what I mean? But like just looking at it, just looking at the photo, I'm like, oui, of course, bien sûr, oui. But then in reality, will I actually get this? I don't know. If it was permanent, I would get it right away. Peut-être, maybe. Like I really want it. I think it's gorgeous. I think it looks pretty. Oh, this would be perfect for travel because you could also use it as eyeshadow. I don't know, guys. I don't know. What do you think? Are you getting it? Did you already buy it? I know some people have already purchased it because, you know, this is the community for that. But let me know. Did you already buy it? Sound off in the comments. I think it's a peut-être, leaning towards non merci. Just like leaning slightly towards self-control here, but I think it looks gorgeous. Okay, moving on to Charlotte Tilbury. She has this new Pillow Talk collection out. Like Pillow Talk is like the namesake for Charlotte Tilbury, but she has this new collection out. And this is the Pillow Talk Multi Glow. So there are 2 highlighting palettes here. There's one that's a nude pink for cooler skin tones, and one that's an ambient pink for warmer skin tones. I would get the second one. So it looks really cute. It looks quilted. It looks like a pillow. And I like that there's these stripes here. So you could use this as eyeshadow if you wanted to. If you wanted to have like a very simple look, you could just use certain colors for your eyes and then swirl it around. Like the problem with this type of palette is I just swirl and swirl and swirl just to get all the colors mixed in, so it doesn't look very pristine for very long. But I know some people love Charlotte Tilbury. I like Charlotte Tilbury, but I haven't like fallen head over heels completely with the brand. Like I'm sort of still like dipping my toe into the brand here. But I know for a lot of you, Pillow Talk is like whenever there's a new collection, it's your time to shine. So for me, I think both of these highlighting palettes will be a non merci for me. It's just not a product for me, but you should definitely enjoy yourself. Now there is also a new luxury eyeshadow palette. This is a dreamy romantic pink and rose quad here. Again, this is not for me. Like I look at the swatches. The swatches look gorgeous, especially the shimmer colors. When I see that, I think it looks great. These are promo photos, so we always have to take a little grain of salt, but the models look gorgeous. Of course they do. You know, this looks nice. It's not calling my name. It's not the same as the eyeshadow palettes from Dior. Like, this is just, I think it looks fine. It's just not something that I'm going to run out and get, but I know a lot of people love this series and the brand, so you enjoy yourself. For me, the palette, like the eyeshadow palette and the highlighting palettes are Non Merci. It's just not for me. Now, moving on to a product that is like slightly more for me, we have the Pillow Talk Beauty Light Wands. So these are the cream eyeshadow or cream highlighting wands here. There's two colors. There's a nude pink with a radiant finish and a more medium deep that's a pink peach with a radiant finish. Will I actually buy these? I don't know. Like, I certainly don't need more makeup, but I'm still gonna buy more makeup, of course. But I don't know. I like the idea of a liquid highlighter. The thing is, I've tried a Charlotte Tilbury concealer years ago, and it came with the same sort of spongy tip at the end to apply the concealer, and I hated the spongy tip. It just collected all the product and didn't blend, and it was just like really gross. So I worry that the liquid highlighter would have the same effect, but I am definitely most tempted by the liquid highlighters. Like, if I was going to buy anything from this new Pillow Talk series, it would be one of the liquid highlighters. I don't know which one I would get, but it would be a liquid highlighter. The rest I wouldn't touch, but if I was going to get anything, it would be one of these. Will I actually do it? Probably not. I think this is a non merci for me, which is good. I mean, not everything is for everyone, and it's kind of good to save your money sometimes instead of just spending it on everything. But yeah, I think this is just not really a release that's for me. If these are permanent, if these stick around, if I see some beautiful swatches, because I could always just like apply the highlighter and then just like use a separate brush to blend, because I really didn't enjoy the little sponge thing at the bottom. It just wasn't for me. So it's gonna be a non merci for me. Well, all right. I think that is it for today's video. This is this installment of Will I Buy It? Oui, non merci. Sound off in the comments below. What is calling your heartstrings? I think I have an idea. I think a lot of people are currently obsessed with Dior. That could just be me talking, but I think a lot of you will be wanting the summer collection, which I don't blame you. But sound off below. What's a oui? What's a non merci? I love doing this series because I just like to talk about what's new, what's coming out, what are we going to spend our money on, because as you can see, a lot of brands sort of release at the same time, and I don't always want to get the exact same thing across the board. Sometimes I want to switch it up, so that's why I like just seeing what's out there. So I hope you enjoy it as well. If you're new to my channel, welcome. Thank you for joining us. I do a lot of these types of videos. I think almost every week and a half, I just talk about what's new on the market, what's coming out. So if you like to be informed, make sure you subscribe to my channel. And I think this is all I have for you guys for today. Thank you all so much for stopping by. Hope you have a beautiful day, and I'll see you next time. Bye.